A lot of questions have come in concerning the collision rule. One of the things that have come up a couple of times, too, is the stress that the collision rule does apply not only at home plate, but at different bases. When there's a situation that's a potential collision play, maybe you could talk about, again, just a little bit or expound on what you did before. Now, what are the kind of things that an umpire should look at? The elbows out, where the hand should be, and that kind of thing.
Okay, so the question is that interference or obstruction and collision can happen at other bases besides home plate, and what things should we look for at the other bases in terms of calling that collision?
Correct.
Coach, you want to take over?
Okay. I see it happen more often probably at third than any other base, and usually it's a runner going from first to third, or he's trying to get a double into a triple. He's obviously out, and he makes a lunge into third baseman. Third baseman has a ball, and he's trying to kick the ball out of his hand, or he's trying to just bowl into him. Even though he slides, it's a late slide, and maybe up knee high, shin high.
He knows he's dead.
He knows he's dead, and he's just doing anything he can to dislodge the ball. That's where you call interference. And if it's a flagrant slide where that he's really going after him to hurt him, you eject him from the contest also. Can happen sometimes on a double, guy runner trying to stretch a single into a double. He's obviously out, and he does the same thing. But I think outside of home plate, I see more of it at third base. John, what's your opinion there?
Yeah, and again, just thinking, number one, what you said in the video segment, that he doesn't have to slide.
Right.
Although we don't want people crashing into people. But I know there's a lot of misunderstanding about that as I talk to people. You know, in high school, I think, although I haven't worked high school in 100 years, but high school, I think they have to slide in a situation like that. And I think sometimes umpires who work at that level and then they shift over to the college game don't recognize the distinction. Second thing is, the flip side of the coin is we're not trying to take the aggressiveness out of the game. We don't want to penalize a guy who makes a good, hard, legit slide. Doesn't throw an elbow, doesn't come at somebody where he's obviously tipping his hand that he's trying to dislodge a ball, like you say, doesn't kick at somebody, but he just slides in hard, aggressive. Yeah. We can have situations where people are bowling all over each other on the plate or on the bases because of a hard slide, and we have no problem because nobody tried to dislodge a ball or go after somebody.
Now, the problem arises when the runner really knows he's out and he just jumps into the fielder, doesn't really slide on the ground. He makes a real late slide and just tries to dislodge the ball and the guy's legs and everything else.